Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. We're making a cattle drive today, and we're skipping over a paddock. Actually, 1, 2, 3 paddocks. Made a lane down through here just on the edge of the paddock. This hasn't been grazed for about 45 days. But the reason we're running them through here, we got a storm coming. The creek's up. And if we don't get them across this creek tonight, we may not get them across for a good while. Cause we got another 2 inches this morning, and they're calling for more rain the next 4 days. And so we got to change our grazing plan a little bit. I wish I'd have started this video earlier. I had about 200 heads stuck in front of me here. These are the stragglers here catching up. This morning the creek was high enough we couldn't get across this creek. It was, 3 foot deep. The cows could go across it easily, but the baby calves, they're not going to be too hip on going through 3 foot of water. And so we decided to wait till tonight. So we left them a full day or a full afternoon on a farm over there where there was plenty of grass. It wasn't like we shorted them, but the cows seem pretty happy in here. What a beautiful evening. Go on down, Junior. Your buddies went underneath the wire over there. Kicking his feet. So we had 2 cows tonight. On the previous farm, we couldn't find the calves. And we saw them this morning, so we know they're over there. So we just sorted them out, put a wire around them, and left them. And we'll come back here in the morning. They'll have their calves, and we'll still have this lane in. We'll just open the gate and let them join the rest of the herd. I'm not going to waste 2 hours over there looking for calves when we know the mothers will walk right to them. That's what they do. So, and one of the mothers was bawling for it, and she looked back at us like, "Yeah, it's over there, you guys. You just got to find it." I'm like, "Honey, you need to go find it. We're not going to find it. You find it." So she got locked over there. Both of them did. You don't want to gather up your calf. You can stay behind for one move, and maybe next time you'll get them. Bring an axe and cut that old root out. Come on, girl. Let's see what kind of forage they got over here in this bottom. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. It's so darn tall you can hardly see the cows in it. Oh yeah, they're gonna like this. Once the mothers find their babies, what I mean by that, they sniff them. They get a good snort, sniff test. They got their babies here, then everything will shut up and start grazing. There is some gorgeous feed in this paddock. My goodness. There's just a little bit of everything out here. The cows are gonna get a good selection. There's Queen Anne's lace, Timothy, orchard grass fescue, stick tight, beggar's lice, whatever you want to call it. That's this plant right here. It is a legume. Some people call it wild soybean. It does put on a little pod. Of course, we got the red clover, and we got white clover. There's Vespediza coming up in here. It's just a beautiful sward. That's why the cows look so good. They're all just fat. We got slick hair coats. They're doing well. We like cattle that do well. And as a grazing manager, it makes you feel good to see the cows in a nice slick hair coat condition. There's a calf back there on the side of the creek. The boys, Ben and Isaac, Ben and Connor are bringing up the rear. Isaac helped us get him across the road. He's got relatives in today from Michigan. So I think they were headed back to do some visiting, but he came over and showed his cousins and them how we move the cows. Which is always nice to see the interns, relatives, and friends and acquaintances come in and visit the boys. It's kind of neat. Actually, the fellows here tonight of Isaac's kin, he's the one that got Isaac interested in regenerative agriculture. He's got a farm, he runs some cattle. Now they've got sheep. And Isaac used to do a few chores for him, and I think this fellow, he brings his cows over to Isaac's dad's farm and grazes that. So that's kind of how Isaac got started in this. So I told that fella, you did a good job. You got a good student here. And Isaac took it from there and went with it. Yeah, I know, your calf's around here somewhere. The grass is so tall, some of the cows are walking around with their head up in there just eating the tips. Pretty little calf. Well, it's the middle of July. It's getting toward the middle of July. Let's see, today's the, I don't have my calendar on me. I believe it's the 10th. Because we did the sheep on the 9th. Yeah, it was yesterday. Today's the 10th. So we weaned, we didn't wean, well, we took all the ram lambs and we ended up making withers out of some of them, but we had a kind of a neat deal happen to us yesterday. I had a young man call me on Sunday, and he's a young guy that used to work for me years ago in high school. He actually started in like, I don't know, 9th grade maybe, junior middle school. And Brent, he was a really good worker. I mean, he worked for us all the way up through high school, and he went off to college and met a girl, and they're married, and he has 3 wonderful young sons now. And anyway, he bought a farm back in this neighborhood, and he called me up to tell me about it. He was wanted me to come over and look at it and give me my ideas on it, and he just wanted it to be eaten off, not let the brush take it over, and kind of clean the place up. And because Brent worked with us, he knew what sheep would do. And so when we sorted off the rams yesterday, we ended up with 107 of them. And I'm like, boy, that'd just be perfect on that 30 acres if it's what Brent said it is. So we went and looked at it before we clamped the rams. And sure enough, it's a nice piece of ground. It's 5 miles from our house. So it's 30 acres, and we got a little work to do on some of the fencing, but it's got woven wire around it. We're going to bring those 100 rams over there and leave them all rams. You know, well, we did clamp 26 of them because we have quite a few withers sold this fall for people that are buying rams. It's always nice to put a wither in with the rams. So he's got a buddy, you know. If you're going to keep that ram away from those ewes, he's a lot happier if he has a wither with him. So that's what we're going to do. We got a little fencing to do, but that's going to be awesome. And you know, it's 5 miles from here, so we don't have to worry about the rams getting in with the ewes. So, yeah, it added another farm to our operation. We got 18 farms now. And it's a nice little farm. It's got good fence on it. The fence that needs to be one section of it, he's already got the woven wire. He's got the woven wire, the steel post, everything there. The corner's already in. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty sweet having a place to put the rams like that. And then we'll gather them up. You know, it's time to sell. We got a lot of them sold. When we gather them up for sale day, he's even got a catch pen over there we can put them in to catch them. So it really worked out good. And you know, when you leave a ram intact and you don't castrate them, if you're going to sell them at the sale barn, they actually sell a little better. And they gain better. If you leave the testicles in them, the sheep will gain better. You get a bigger lamb. You get more per pound, and you save yourself the work of clamping them and the stress on the animal. So it's kind of a win-win, which I was just tickled to death. And the reason we've never done it before is we didn't have a place to put 100 rams, you know, that would keep them tight enough they wouldn't get back in with the ewes. So it's a pretty good arrangement. My goodness, look at these cattle, how slick they are. They have really slicked off. This pond had really went down in the drought last summer. It dropped probably 4 foot. I just want to go up here and see with all the, you know, we caught, our neighbor had 19.5 inches 10 days ago. And then we caught 2 more last night. More rain coming. I just want to see if this pond, how much it came up. It'd be nice if it was up to the spillway, but I don't know. We're gonna find out. It's a pretty good climb to get to the top of it. Steep. There's the Korean Lespedeza. It's coming. It's coming. Oh shoot, yeah, look at that. That thing's up to the spillway. Matter of fact, it's going out the spillway. That's awesome. So this pond has the bluegill and the channel cat in it. And this summer we'll put the bass in. And then I did put about 1,000 fathead minnows in here. We don't have the cedar trees in here yet. But it's got some really nice cattails over there. So that'll give some cover for the little bait fish to kind of hide in, so the big guys don't eat them all. And see, we're fortunate enough on this pond, we don't need it right now because of the creek, and so we just fenced the whole watershed off, and it'll be that way. We do have a tire tank pad with a pipe through the dam down there where those cows are. Isn't that a pretty sight? Hey. Harvesting solar energy with ruminant animals. It doesn't get any better than that. It's the best business in the world to be in, and I can't think of anything else I'd rather do. Happy, healthy, shiny animals on green grass and not having to buy anything other than mineral. That's it. They do all the rest. And they get fat, slick, and they reproduce on grass. Talk about you see, in agriculture, or in any business for that matter, you need to find the unfair advantage. And what is your unfair advantage in pasture production? Grazing. Your unfair advantage is using the sun, which is free. The sun is free. All we have to do is be good managers of our swards, grass swards and legumes, and make sure we leave enough solar collector panels out here to collect the energy. And you know, the purists are like, oh my gosh, you got cattle out there and you got seed heads on. So what? Don't worry about it. It's not worth losing any sleep over. It's just not. Cattle are going to eat it, they're going to trample it, and everything will be just fine. And you can tell everything's going to be just fine by looking at these animals. I mean, my goodness. Look at that little heifer. She's just a beaut. There's a nice young cow, first calf heifer. Look at that. Just beautiful. This is about a 7-year-old cow. Big old gut. Just almost hurts your eyes to look at her. She's so shiny. Doesn't hardly have any flies on her. I like shiny animals. She is a shiny animal. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out of here. I just wanted to give a plug for, there's going to be a couple grazing conferences that I'm speaking at. One's going to be in Kansas. It's the Mid-America Grazing Conference. You can go to our website and look under speaking engagements to get the dates. There's another one at Joel Salatin's farm. I'm going to be there in September. Another one with a Stockman Grass Farmer in October in Jackson, Mississippi. And then the one with Timeless Fence and a whole other group of speakers. That one's going to be in Tennessee in September. So check it out. Maybe I'll catch up with some of you folks at one of those conferences. And everyone have a great rest of your weekend and hit that subscribe button on the way out, and we'll see you next time.